Good morning. Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Welcome to Debbie Vine. Today, we're going to be talking about who are you? This is the channel where we talk about lifestyle coaching and our faith. And I'm asking you a question today. Who are you? If your answer starts with, I am an engineer, I am a nurse, then that's the wrong answer to the question. Who are you? What has God called you to be? What's your purpose here on earth? What have you been called to do? That question might seem so hard and so far-fetched, but I think it's quite a simple question. And I want to explain to you why. When you were born with certain talents. You were born with something that you find so easy to do, something that comes to you so naturally, something that people look at you and go, yeah, she's like that, or yes, he's like that. So I'm going to ask you again, who are you? Now I'm going to tell you a story. About 10 years ago, when just after I'd gotten married, so that was quite a while back, I had a mentor, and one of the things he tasked me with was to write down what my vision was. I found that really awkward and strange, but he just told me, write down the things that you like, the dreams that you wish to achieve on earth. If you had nothing holding you back, dream big, dream large, dream great. And I set about doing that. I wrote pages and pages of what I could possibly do. I wrote so much, all in a Excel spreadsheet. I submitted it to him, and and then we talked about it, and we put time scales to everything. It didn't go according to plan, but I had that paper there for ages. It's still even on my Yahoo, Anyway, recently I went for a conference called Speak for Gold. It was a 6-day conference. Amazing, amazing. I recommend it to anyone. And one of the questions they asked us to do was to go back that evening and write down what we think God has called us to be. So I prayed about it, and I slept and woke up in the morning, and I just started typing. Everything was just pouring out of me. I just wrote everything down. And guess what? It was exactly what I wrote about 10 years ago. Without thinking, without realizing, it was exactly what I wrote down 10 years ago. Don't underestimate what God has placed in you. Don't think, I don't think it is. Don't think just because other people aren't making it so big and so amazing. Don't belittle what God has placed in you. Do not do that. It's so important. Now I'm going to tell you another story. This is a parable in the Bible. It's about the talents. Right, a master went, he was traveling on a far journey, and he had 3 servants, and he called them and gave them some talents. One he gave 5, one he gave 10, and one he gave 1. Okay? 10, 5, and 1. He went on that long journey, and when he came back, he called the servants and said, what have you done with my talents? The one who had 10 came back to him and said, oh, I invested it and I got you 10 more. The one who gave 5 said the same thing and gave him back an extra 5. But the one who he gave 1 said, oh, Lord, I know that you're a hard master, and I just kept it in under the earth and brought it out for you, just kept it for you, and I'm giving it back to you. And the master was very angry with the one who he gave 1. He took that talent from him and gave it to another, and that servant got punished severely. Where am I going with this? I think that parable is so obvious. It's our talent. You may be thinking that you have only 1 talent. It doesn't matter. Use it. You may be looking at the person who has 5 talents or 10 talents thinking, wow, I could never do that. No one asked you to do that. You may not have been called to do that. That 1 talent that you have, use it. Use it for God's glory. Okay? So, don't compare yourself to other people. Think about it. What is actually in your hand? What has God given you? What do you think you can actually do? Me, for instance, I think I can speak, and I'm speaking here today. I think I can sing, and I sing at church. And I think I could do so many other things, and I try my best to utilize it in one way or the other. What are you doing with your talent? Because that is who you are. That's who you've been called to be. If you do not actually do what you've been called to be, you're hurting somebody else. You're literally stopping that person from having that talent that you've got. Don't belittle your talent. Use it, okay? I want you to use it. Don't bury it. Don't bury it in yourself. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't let the fact that, oh, I'm so shy, I can't do it. No. I'm sorry, darling. That's not a good enough excuse. Use it. You will be rewarded greatly. Okay? So, when you found your talent and you've written it down, you pray about it and you ask God to help you, because He's the one, He's the creator, He's the one that made you and gave you that talent in the first place. So why not go back to Him and ask Him for help? And when you've got it, what you do is you develop that talent, because that talent is not enough. You need to increase it. You need to make the most of it. So what can you do to make the most of it? What can you do? Think about things that you can do to make it, make it better. So I've got so many things. I've got to impact someone. Even if it is one person. When you are ever asked about your talent in heaven, whenever God asks you, at least there must be somebody that you must have impacted with that talent. Okay? That's what I believe that God has called us to do. And I really hope that you use your talent. I hope this has blessed you. Have a fantastic day today. Bye-bye.